You will not fail your driving test if you cross your hands. That has been the case for a long time. The DVSA now list it as a myth on the Ready to Pass website. And if you go into their book, there is no mention of a method, but it mentions things like you must have both hands on the wheel, you should have control over the wheel, you shouldn't rest your arm on the door, you shouldn't take both hands off the wheel at any point. And if you were operating in control, you should then return your hand back to the steering wheel. Okay? I still teach a high standard of driving, and I go by what Roadcraft says, which is the official police driver's handbook. And this is the basic standard for if you did an advanced test with ROSPA, Institute of Advanced Motorists, or if you were joining any of the emergency services. Okay, so we're going to go through that, and we're going to also show a few methods which I deem unsafe. The reason I still teach pull-push steering is because I believe it's actually the quickest method to rotate the wheel round if you go from top to bottom. There is an airbag in the middle of my steering wheel which points at you rather menacingly if you think about it, and it deploys at 180 miles an hour. So if I ask my pupils, where would you want your hands if that comes out? Here, crossed over, would not be a good idea, but having your hands on the outside of the wheel, keeping your hands round, would mean that it would deploy and your face would hit a nice soft cushion. I'd avoid palming with one hand. I wouldn't allow the wheel to spin back, because if it spins back and you hit a pothole, a speed bump, or even just it doesn't come back at the rate that you want it to because you need to accelerate, you can quickly lose control of it. So always steer it back with both hands. And that's what I call being in control. To have both hands on it and you're operating it, putting the steering on and taking it back. Let's have a look. So if you want to learn to steer properly, start with both hands at the top if you're going to make a turn at a junction. If you're steering right, pull the right hand down towards your knee, meet at the bottom of the other hand, swap grip, push up with the left hand, meet at the top, pull down, and that's full lock right. To steer it back, pass it back to the top, meet at the bottom, push up from the bottom, pull down from the top, push up from the bottom, pull down from the top. That's now full lock left. And then you just feed it round in this method. What you can do, what a lot of people choose to do, is they cross their hands. So they work up, they're using this top little bit of the steering wheel and having to work very hard in order to get the wheel round, or can do it in a much more calm fashion and actually a lot quicker if you're going round in a big circle. Try to avoid palming, putting your hand in here, and that's it. Good luck.